Hi, today we're going to have a look at a planning technique for descriptive writing that will work for GCSE and Key Stage 3, that will work for exams, that will work for coursework, and that will work for you. Here are a couple of typical GCSE descriptive writing questions. Describe a familiar place at an unusual time or from a different point of view, or describe what you see, hear and feel as you look up into the night sky as day changes into night. You have an hour to answer the question. That means you should spend around 15 minutes planning, which will leave you 45 minutes to write your answer. Your word count's 450 words, so in this case it will be 10 words per minute, and that should be relatively easy for you to do. So, in your 15 minutes planning time, do you A, smile at friends, it's good to be friendly? Do you B, catch up on sleep, exams are just so exhausting? Or do you C, use a two-step process to plan a great answer? For the purpose of this video, I'm going to imagine that you've chosen C, and this is how we're going to go about planning. For the first 7 minutes you brainstorm. That is, write down as many words and phrases as you possibly can to help you answer the question. As you can see here, I wrote down a side of A4 in 7 minutes. You really have to work that fast. I'll give you some tips on how to go about that in a minute. Then, in the second 7 minutes, you need to pull from your words and phrases a big idea, a mood, and organise them into a list of potential paragraphs. I'll show you how to do that shortly. So, let's have a look at the brainstorming step in a little bit more detail. I've copied the words and phrases onto this screen to make it easier for you to read. Tip 1. Don't criticise your ideas when you're giving birth to them. Just write down as many ideas as you can in this step. You can edit them in the next step. The reason is the analytical or the editing function is a separate process, and it involves a different part of your brain to the imaginative process. If you start criticising your ideas, you're likely to stop the imaginative flow. Don't do that. Just write down as many ideas as you possibly can. Tip 2. You might have to work through some words and phrases as you go through the idea. That's okay. As you can see here, I had to repeat slips below the horizon in various formats before I could move on to the night and all its majesty, which allowed me to move on to words and phrases to describe the stars. That allowed me to move on to words and phrases that describe darkness, which in turn led me into finding words to describe the end of the business day, and that finally led on to what became my big idea, the cosmic drama unfolds. At that point, my 7 minutes were up, so I took a second piece of paper and started the second stage of the planning process. That is, organising the ideas. I've said in a previous video that you need a big idea to unify your description and a mood you're trying to convey. My big idea was the cosmic drama unfolds, that is, the death of day and the birth of night. And the mood was awesome, man. Rather, I wanted to convey a sense of awe. After that, I took the words and phrases and organised them into 3 blocks, which would roughly become my paragraphs. If any new ideas or phrases came to mind here, I just included them in the relevant blocks. My first paragraph was going to be about the sunset, so I put phrases like drops below the horizon and colours like deep blues and reds in here. My second paragraph is going to focus on the end of the business day, so I grouped all the words and phrases about the flickering lights, the shop windows, the traffic, people making their way home here. And finally, I wanted to say something about the awesome beauty of the night sky and the cosmic drama unfolding. So I put those ideas here. Portals, myths, legends, Orion, the North Star. And as you can see, even in the second stage of planning, I was still coming up with words and phrases that were going to be useful. When this happens, just drop them into the relevant blocks. That left me 45 minutes to write a response. So here it is. I've underlined words and phrases that I've lifted directly from the planning so you can see how useful it was. Also, if you read it, you can see how I tried to convey my big idea and mood from the sunset to the end of the business day to the beauty of the night. I'm not going to analyse the 7 secrets behind great descriptive writing here, as I've done that in a separate video. Watch it! The point of this video is to give you a technique to plan effectively. You'll need to practice it before you get into your exams, as you need to be able to work quickly and not criticise your own ideas when forming them. Get hold of some past descriptive writing questions and spend 15 minutes just practicing this planning technique. What a great way to revise, 15 minutes. And once you're happy that you can do it, then go on and use the plan to write the full answer. Good luck. This is Think Inc. thanking you.